Okay, so here's Chapter 7 review. We're going to do the second part. We're going to do as many of these on the second page as we can in one video. These are a little bit different than the first page because you see addition and subtraction. So for addition and subtraction, you need a common denominator. So the first thing you should do is factor. So you can see that we have an x squared minus 1 on the bottom of the first one. So it's a difference of squares, x plus 1, x minus 1. I'm going to give myself a little room here because I think you may have to multiply that by something. It doesn't look like it, but just in case. Now you have to figure out what the common denominator is, what you can make both denominators equal. Well, just look at all the factors. You have an x plus 1, an x minus 1, and another x minus 1. All you need to do to get the same denominator is multiply this one by the x plus 1. And if you look at it here, they're the exact same denominator now. It doesn't matter of the order here, they're the exact same. So whatever you do on the bottom, you have to do to the top. So notice you don't have to do anything to this one because it's already got that common denominator. So what I'm going to do here, and the order here is not that important, but what I'm going to do is keep this one as it is. I'm going to multiply this top out. So that's going to be 3 times x plus 3 times 1. And write it over its common denominator of x plus 1, x minus 1. I just changed the order so it looks like the other one. It doesn't matter. And then add the tops over the single common denominator. So x plus 1, x minus 1 is the common denominator. We have x and then the plus 3x plus 3. And then anything that you can add together up top, you should. X plus 3x is 4x. And it looks like I am done with that one. That's that. So the next one again is another similar one. Make sure you factor the bottoms. So the first one, factors of -6 that add up to -1 are -3 and +2. I have minus, so I'm going to change this to plus a negative. You don't have to, but sometimes that helps. Now, to get a common denominator here, we have two factors, an x plus 2 factor and an x minus 3 factor. The first one has them both, just like the last problem. So all we need to do to get that common denominator is the second one needs an x minus 3. So to get an x minus 3, you just multiply it to the bottom and also to the top. So now I'm going to do it like I did the last one. The first term, nothing happens. I didn't do anything to it. The second one, I'm going to distribute this -6. So I have -6x plus 18. Now that's why I changed it to plus a negative, because it's easy to see that this is plus 18. Sometimes the mistake happens that you make this -3 times 6, which is -18, and you forget about the minus. So changing it to plus a negative is a safe way to go. And the bottom is x minus 3, x plus 2. So now I'm going to add the tops over the single common denominator of x minus 3, x plus 2. It'd be x plus a -6x plus 18. Add all like terms. That would be -5x plus 18 over the common denominator. And we are done. So that's the end of simplifying. Now the sections become solving. You see the equal sign. So we're going to solve all these for x. So The first one is just a cross multiplication problem. It's a cross multiplication because it's a fraction equaling a fraction. You can see the ones coming up are not fractions equaling a fraction, so you can't cross multiply those. So I'm going to cross multiply these. We'd have 8 times x plus 3 equals 7 times x plus 1, and just solve. So distribute the 8, distribute the 7. Now subtract 7x. This is a linear equation, not quadratic, so I just want to bring all the x's on one side and all the numbers on the other side, all the constants. So 8x minus 7x is x. 7 minus 24 is a negative 17. Check to make sure it doesn't make any of the denominator 0. It doesn't, so it's not extraneous, so that's your answer. So this video is getting kind of long here, so I'm going to do 10 and 11 in a separate one. So I'll see you then.